To the chitters and the chatters, welcome to another episode of deliciousness for your wedding. No, this is not a slice of wedding cake. This is the Rebel's Guide to Getting Married. My name is Josh Withers. This episode is all about a completely different paradigm for planning a wedding. So what I'm going to ask you to do is just hold on. Like if you're sitting down, hold on to the seat. If you're standing up, sit down, just brace yourself, because have I got a new and crazy and weird idea for you. Before I present it to you though, I wanted to tell you how it used to be. Back in the olden days, back in the good old days, back when your mum got married, back when your dad got married, this is how you do it. You would plan your entire wedding around the availability of one or two things. One was the church, because that's where you would get married. Two was the venue, where you would have your reception. Once you had those things locked in, you would then scout for other things. DJ, photographer, etc., etc. That's how it used to be. Even last year, even last week, people used to book a wedding venue and then they would search the country for people that could fulfill that date. But there's a new way, and that's what this episode is all about. This is the Rebel's Guide to choosing a wedding day 2.0, because it's been 1.0 for so long. You see, the old way was painful. What would happen is you would search and search and search for a venue that fit your vibe, your mood, your feel, your budget, what kind of food, etc., etc. You'd finally lock in a place. And you say, I really like XYZ venue. And then you would say, all right, XYZ venue, when are you available? And they'd say, we're available March 1st. You know, all right, well, March 1st is our date then. You put some money down and then you run out and you find everyone else. The problem with that is that all the other important elements of your day, they seem to start falling out of alignment because you're so wed to a date. Now, I'm of the belief that the venue is not unimportant, but it's just as important as everyone else on your team. But when you choose a venue first, you actually disable the rest of the process. You just take it out of the knees and you stop the rest of the process having awesomeness. Now, I understand that venues do have date availabilities. I get that. My hope is that your wedding wouldn't be held hostage by a calendar date. So instead, here's the new way. Here's your 2.0. The 2.0 version of planning a wedding involves finding the venue. Heck, find the venue. Find the place you want to have your ceremony, a celebrant, minister, whoever. Find your photographer, your videographer, caterer, DJ, photo booth. There's others like a band, muso, stylist, florist. I'm sure there's others. Oh, barber. Hair and makeup. Hair and makeup is a big one. I know of hair and makeup artists that get booked solely because they're available. Solely because they're that good, and it doesn't matter what date they're available. They'll move the wedding for them. So shout out to the hair and makeup artists. You would choose your team. You say, these people, these are our wedding squad. This is the group of legends that are going to help us celebrate our day with authenticity, with joy, without stress. These people, because we would recognize, and you would recognize, that the individuals that make up your squad, your vendor team for creating a wedding, that they together form this cohesive awesomeness that makes it a really good day. When I'm saying good, I'm not talking like keeping up with the Joneses good. I'm keeping like in your heart good. Like the kind of day where you walk away saying, God, that was so good because I wasn't stressed, I wasn't worrying. Josh did the kind of ceremony that I wanted. Tessa did the photos that I wanted. I'm saying Tessa because she's over there taking photos right now. Yeah, but you would just assemble this team that just brought you joy. And here's the extra thing, that the whole team worked well together. Can I tell you the most common thing that I find at weddings? The videographer and the photographer just flip and hate each other. It's kind of fun. It's like a bit of an epic thing to watch. But it's disastrous for the couple because the videographer and the photographer are fighting over shots and timeline and blah, blah, blah. So you can find a video and a photo guy that works well together. You can find a celebrant that you like. Maybe it's me. But you can find this team that would just bring your whole wedding together. And then we're going to say, let's find a date. And maybe that involves everyone getting on a group conference call. Look, honestly, I don't know the right way to do it. But you might say, hey, we're thinking summer, we're thinking autumn, we're thinking March, something like this. And maybe everyone throws a couple of dates in the pool and you find a date that works. The date doesn't really matter. Not many people are 100% wedded to their date. I've had the odd couple, like they wanted to get married on their anniversary, or I've had the odd couple that wanted to get married on like a cool date, like 4th of the 4th, 20 or something like that. And that's cool, like 10/10, 20, that's fun. There's fun dates, but hopefully they're not as important as you having an epic day. And I can tell you that what's really common is that you choose a venue, you choose a date, and then you have to assemble a team that's available, and you spend your whole flipping life getting these emails saying, sorry, I'm not available. So that's the plan. Instead of planning a wedding around a venue's availability, you plan a wedding around everyone's availability, venue included. Venue, I hope this is cool with you guys. If not, no, I'm sorry, man. This is way more important. Like, you guys as a venue, you've got an important job to do. But this couple, They're getting married. Like, this is them having a festival to say, hey, we don't hate each other. How flippin' miraculous is that? And that's why this requires so much effort and love, because you guys getting married is more important than any of us in our calendar. My name's Josh Withers. This is the Rebels Guys Getting Married. There's a podcast, there's a vlog. If this is the first time you've seen this, get back into the back catalogue. There's at least 3 or 4 episodes that aren't terrible. I would just hope that these episodes, these podcasts, these vlogs, they'll just be a blessing to you. That as you're planning your wedding, you could just say, I had an awesome wedding because it was all up to me and how I wanted it to happen. And when I say me, I mean the both of you. Have an awesome day. Thanks for checking it out, guys.